I know I say things in a calm voice, but that's because this is the voice I got. It's this, screaming like a prepubescent little girl, or unfortunately, I, I have that keep sweet voice in me and I don't use it. I won't use it. And also, unfortunately, that Trump thing I can do, which just breaks my soul. Anyhow, um, I say it in a calm tone because I am trying to reserve what little energy I have left for the things that will actually do good. Trying to convince 30% of the country that they are wrong is just, it's me banging my head on a brick wall. If they wake up and realize that they have screwed themselves, come on over and play with us. We have this lovely community going of supporting each other, but as long as you think Trump is right, we don't want to play with you because it's just not worth wasting our energy at a time when our energy is really important. If this is the 2000s when everybody's just spending stupid and living their best lives, I wouldn't say a word. But right now, today's article for my Patreon is the root vegetables that most people grew during the Depression that last really long and really well in your root cellar. I.e., here are the foods that'll help you survive through the worst of winter. That's that's not an article I've ever thought to write before. That's not information I ever thought, ooh, I should tell people about this. But with the price of food about to get skyrocket, if even allowed into the country, suddenly knowing what is going to survive in your garden, how to make sure you don't get rickets or scurvy in 2025 USA, that's not a conversation I thought I would ever have to have with people. I mean, tomorrow's article is about saving your citrus peels and the right kind of pine needles to turn into tea to get sources of vitamin C when a lot of the standard sources are going to disappear. And by disappear, I mean be out of our financial reach. I am mad, but I am choosing to turn my madness into productivity. I mean, I never thought I was going to have to describe the difference between FDIC and NCUA and why a community bank is better than a private bank. But so worried for my friends and their money, have I told them? Yeah. Another conversation I never thought I was going to have. And if you think it's bad today, the jobs report comes out next week. But the thing about the jobs report is it collects data up until a certain date. And Elon fired the mass amount of government workers the day after that report data was collected, which means we will have 2 consecutive months of bad jobs reports, which the stock market will react to. So our pain and suffering is going to last at least another 2 months. I will not be quiet about it. Every poor fucking decision Trump makes or allows Elon to make for him, I will talk about it. I won't yell about it. I will talk about it because I will not go quietly. I am not resigned to this shit. I am just doing everything I can to try to help people insulate themselves a little. Because there's no amount of food in your pantry that's going to get you ahead of this shitstorm. But I'm going to do what I can to help people do what they can, to at least buy a little bit of time and room. But I'm going to save my energy for the people who are willing to listen and the people we can convert. Because only like 30% of this country voted for Trump, and let's just assume they're the never going to see the light of reason. But the other 30% that sat home and did nothing, I can't morally. First of all, fuck you to everybody who wrote into my comments, RFK Jr.'s the light in the future. Really? How's he doing in his current position? Now imagine if you had fucking made him president. Oh, and Jill Stein? Has anybody seen her? She was the light and the truth. And she's been incredibly fucking mute ever since. You're telling me these are the candidates that you would have picked instead of Kamala because they would have saved us? But you, the independents, the non-voters, the morally I can, know that we're pissed as shit at you. But, if you fix your shit, we'll work with you to get through this Trump time. Because while he refers to it the golden age, it's the golden shower. And we need to hold him accountable. We need to call out every poor fucking decision he makes. Because they want us tired. They want us resigned. And no, no matter how bad it gets, we don't get quiet. That's what happened in Germany. The first round of people got rounded up. The second round of people got rounded up. The third round of people got rounded up. The fourth round was a lot of people who had gotten ratted out by their neighbors. And then the remaining middle class got very, very quiet because they didn't want to suffer like everybody else they watched suffer. We know who rounds 1, 2, and 3 are in the US. Seniors, veterans, and the disabled. Round 4 is anybody who runs their mouth. And I know you guys are going to rat us out, but for as long as possible, we're going to make noise. Because I am not going to go quietly, nor are other people. Because what they want is our silence and our compliance. And all we have left is being loud, saying our truth, and helping each other by building community as strong as possible. We don't have to love each other. We don't even really have to like each other. We just can't be working against each other. 30% of the population would be happy to work against us. But that 60% of us, close to 70% of us, we can work together. We could actually reverse this. We just can't stay quiet. You don't have to yell it, but you do have to say it. And you don't have to get on TikTok. It's as simple as talking about the price of eggs in the grocery aisle. When hanging out with friends, be a little bit honest about how hard it is for you to make ends meet. In other places, general discussions about how hard things have been recently. You know, how much life sucks now that your parents are living on your couch because their social security got cut. Those conversations move people faster and more persuasively than anything some random person on TikTok could say. Use your voice wisely, but don't go silent. But also, you don't have to yell and add to people's stress. I can do it at this tone. I mean, I don't have much of say in it, it's my voice, but you can do it at this tone. You don't have to scream. You can simply calmly inform, but we need people to stay informed. You know, rage against the dying of the light. Rage against Trump and Elon and every 1%er that just wants to crush us beneath their boot. Do not let them get comfortable.